Hi everyone, my name's Juliet and I'm a British author of children's and young adult fantasy and science fiction, and short stories for all ages. Today I'm talking about 10 places where you can find prompts for your writing. Trying to conjure up a short story out of the blue is quite difficult. When you first start writing, you might have a whole list of ideas, but eventually that will probably run low, or you'll find that some of the ideas you had are not as interesting as you thought. If that happens, you probably need some prompts to get your creative juices going. But where can you find prompts? Honestly, everywhere. But let's break that down a little. 1. The dictionary. Yes, I know it's covered in dust, because you only use online resources these days, but bear with me. Open the dictionary on random pages. Close your eyes and point to a word, or multiple words, and write a story using those words. Even if you only used 2 words and you picked 10, at least it got you started. 2. Use one of the old proverbs Grandma loved to say, or anyone else for that matter. There are a lot of lists of sayings and proverbs on the internet, and they can be a good source of prompts or themes for your stories. 3. Books. There are many ways you can use books for prompts, fiction or non-fiction. You can do the same trick as with the dictionary, picking random phrases, or you can deliberately scan the page for a phrase that sparks something. Or you could take first or last lines as prompts, or chapter titles, or you can probably think of a ton of other options. Which takes us on to 4. Prompt books. There are many prompt books on the market. How good they are, I don't know. I imagine there's a lot of repetition between them, and you can get most of that info for free on 5. Prompt websites. Some sites have lists of prompts, but there are also random prompt generators of various sorts. These can be first lines, words, ideas. I've used 1 or 2 before. They can come up with some really random stuff. 6. News and articles on the web. The internet can also provide you with many prompts regarding news items and articles. Title and content can all be valuable sources of inspiration. 7. Tarot or playing cards that have pictures or words on them. Deal out a set of cards and there you have your prompts. There are endless permutations with this one. 8. Pictures and videos, as we're on YouTube. This place where we virtually exist can be a mine of visual stimuli. You just have to keep your eyes and ears open. Listen for unusual phrases. Look for strange images. Combine them and see what you come up with. 9. Overheard snippets of conversation. No, not whole conversations. That's just rude to listen in on. But we all hear snippets of conversations at times and end up going, "What?" Or if you want to think of that in a more writerly way, "What if?" 10. Ask people. Family, friends, people on the internet. Seriously, I've done the latter a lot, and you always end up with interesting words and combinations that you could never have thought of yourself. And that's all I have for you today. There will be many more places to find inspirational prompts in your life. You simply have to keep your eyes and ears open. Happy prompt hunting. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to watch me creating stories, check out this playlist. Thank you for listening. Until next time.